Hi and welcome to Just Valorant. In this video, we want to talk about the long-awaited patch for Valorant, patch 1.02. We have summed up the most important things to show you the newest tweaks for the game. So stay tuned and enjoy! First things first. Competitive mode is finally back. After being able to play ranked matches in the beta version of Valorant, something big was missing after the release in June. To make sure everything works stable and fine, Valorant developers decided to take out ranked for some time and get it back in later after the release. Well, the time has come. Almost. On the 24th of June, Valorant published a tweet where they state that there is a bug which puts competitive at risk. At this point, competitive has been held off, but will be turned on in a few days. Developers updated the ranked icons after carefully listening to the community's feedback. But not only colors were changed. The highest rank, which was known as Valorant, has been renamed into Radiant. We are sure that quite a lot of people face this problem. You want to play with a dear friend, but your ranks are too far apart. Patch 1.02 has faced this issue. Matchmaking with friends during placements will be easier, even if they have a fairly large skill discrepancy, to a certain extent. So, if you are a pro player, but your friend just started playing or is simply not that good in Valorant, competitive matchmaking will still prevent you from being able to queue in order to protect the competitive integrity and experience for the other players in that match. This patch also faces the optimization of matchmaking to ensure that, regardless of your premade size, you are put into fair and balanced matches. For high-ranked players like Immortal and Radiant, matchmaking has been improved too. Developers know that these rank tiers still have slight advantage to being in a 5-stack versus playing solo, but they are going to work on it. From now on, it will be possible to track your rank progress throughout every act. For example, your rank progression, the number of your wins, and the wins at your highest achieved rank. The tracking will start with this patch, but so far only behind the scenes. Developers will be providing you visible info in your match history shortly after. Wallpaper has got a major tweak with this patch. Toxic Screen now burns through walls, placing emitters at all valid places over its length. Viper's Toxic Screen has been seen as a potentially strong vision slicing tool. But even the developers had to admit that its access was terrible, making it only useful in a few spots on most maps. Snakebite will make a player fragile for a short time. Fragile will increase the taken damage, while the total damage is unchanged, which should give the team a big advantage when firing on pushing enemies. The activation cooldown for Poison Orb has been increased from 5 to 6 seconds. At this point, the developers felt that Viper's unique ability to do one-way smokes could create places where it was suicide to push through. First things first. Some major bugs have been finally patched. The devs fixed an issue where Cypher's spycam would block a spike diffusal, making people range in various ways. Understandable. One more thing for spycam. The spycam no longer can go through teleports on the map bind, when placed on the frame from the outside. Also, Cyber Cage could be placed on a trapwire, which has been fixed too. But we are not finished yet. Cypher Smoke has been adjusted also. The blind fall-off value and the nearsighted intensity have been decreased to create more reasonable games. Blade Storm will refresh after killing Phoenix Duplicate, like it would by killing the actual Phoenix. The same thing for Reyna. Whenever she kills a Phoenix Duplicate, a Soul Orb will spawn, which can be consumed by her later on. A major thing that has been asked for is an early surrender option. Valorant has listened to you guys and now it's here. To call an early surrender, you have to vote by typing /FF for feed, concede or surrender. To surrender successfully, all present players have to vote yes, but not before round 8. You can vote via /yes or /no, along with F5 and F6. During closed beta, Bucky's right click has been much more accurate on the run than intended. This problem has been solved with this patch. A lot of locations have been adjusted to allow clearing angles to be a bit more straightforward. To see the full list, please visit playvalorant.com. The HUD and UI have also gone through some major tuning. We will sum up the most important changes for you. A back button has been added to all main sections, which will return you to the home view. A new options button has been added to the upper right corner, which opens the menu with settings, support, about, leave match and exit to desktop buttons, and has been on the left upper corner before. Circle progress elements for the Battle Pass and active contracts have been removed for the navigation bar and relocated into brand new buttons. The navigation bar has been reordered to accommodate the changes. The Leave Match button is now displayed all the time, but will be locked in cases where leaving a match is not allowed. Added a setting that allows players to always display the inventory on the lower right of the HUD. Added a new HUD element that tells you when you haven't been spawned in due to being AFK. The Agent section has been moved out from the Collection section to make it easier to find. Also, a small progress bar has been added below the contract text to show the progress for the current level of an active contract. While hovering above an agent, a peek of upcoming contract rewards will be shown. After clicking on an agent, you will get to the Agent section. The tweaks made in this section mostly help out mid to high spec machines. For example, a worst case performance scenario that occurred when multiple players were moving close to one another has been optimized. Also, multi-killstreak banners, player health bars, the creation of pings and spawn barrier audio issues have been optimized. As usual, the solved bug fix list is very long. Here's an excerpt of some things you should know about. Levels 2 to 7 for the Sovereign Ghost skin are now fixed and unlockable. Sovereign Ghost skin was playing unsilenced audio in third person in levels 2 to 7, which is fixed now. A bug has been fixed where the spike could automatically plant while in your inventory when walking onto a plant site. A bug where the dropped spike could be invisible to defenders while on the ground has been fixed. GPU performance of most out-of-game menu screens has been improved. A bug has been fixed where sometimes players got stuck on the transition into game and never successfully transitioned into game. While we are really happy for competitive match to start again, this mode still has its issues. For example, the competitive match overtime, which is resolved using sudden death. The developers know that this solution is very unfair and they are working on a more fair solution. Another known issue is causing some players in Sweden to be incorrectly placed on Istanbul game servers. The fix has already been deployed to the Stockholm network gear and will be deployed globally this week. Thanks for watching our video about the patch notes 1.02 for Valorant. We hope you could get some useful information. If you like our video, feel free to subscribe, like and comment. Enjoy, have fun and stay healthy. Bye bye!